In this video, we'll learn how we could apply a light theme and a dark theme based on the user's system settings. So if the user is using a dark mode for their browser, for example, our application will automatically know to use the dark theme. Otherwise, by default, always use the light theme. And that's what we'll be setting up in this video. If you open up your developer tools and scroll down until you see the CSS rule color scheme, this one here, we set this in a prior video to our HTML, and we set it to a light mode. If we manually change this to a dark mode, the theme should automatically update to a dark theme. And I'll switch that back. How our application knows to do that is if we scroll up to the green class, and that is the color palette we're currently using, right here, green, and you'll notice the light and dark method inside of this theme. This function takes a dark and a light mode, and we're currently in the light mode, so it's using the left color, and the right color is the dark mode, and it's crossed out currently. This function is what's given us the ability to switch between a light mode and a dark mode. Now, to learn more about this color scheme, we could view the Angular material documentation. Let's open that up, and then select the guides, then theming Angular. Then on the right here, select the supporting light and dark mode. Select this one. And then you'll see an example on how they set the color scheme here. We currently are just using the light, but they're adding on the dark as well. And it says here in this example, to set the mode depending on the user's system preferences, use the color scheme light and dark as shown in the following example. So all we need to do is update our style sheet and add in the dark mode, and our application should automatically be using the light and dark mode depending on the user's system preferences. Let's update our style sheet and we'll add in the dark mode. Back inside of our main style sheet, inside of the HTML tag is where we set our color scheme, and we only have it set to light currently. And as according to the documentation, we'll add on the dark mode. And now our application light and dark mode should be set based off of the user system settings. If we scroll down and view the multiple different color palettes that we have, like let's say for example the red palette, we do not need to set the color scheme for this class. By not setting the color scheme within this class, the dark and light mode will be inherited from the global HTML. Now that we have a dark mode for our application, let's learn the different ways we could test it within our browser. This is a good sign we're currently in a dark mode, and the reason is the browser setting is set to a dark mode, and that's why our application is seeing the dark mode. And then also if you look inside of the color scheme now, we're using the light mode and the dark mode. We have both of those options now. There's a couple ways we could test this. We could either switch our dev tools or we could switch our browser settings. Let's do both. We'll first update our browser settings. On the top right corner within Chrome, the three dots, select that. And then you could go down to the settings here. And then when you select that, on the left side, you should see appearance right here. And then here, the mode, you could switch your application to a dark mode or a light mode. So I'll select the light mode. And then now if we go back here, our application switched over to the light mode. That's one way you could test it. I'll switch that back to a dark mode. Another way you could test it is from within your DevTools. So you want to select the three dots within your DevTools, not the browser settings. Select the three dots within the DevTools right here. And then go down to More Tools, hover on that, and then scroll down to Rendering and select that. What's nice about this is you could just test it from within the DevTools without changing your global system settings. So just scroll down to this color scheme here, and then here you can switch it between the light mode and the dark mode. And then when you're done, go back to No Emulation. Select this one. That's how you set a light and dark theme based on the user's system settings. Now let's add an option where the user could switch between the light and dark mode, kind of like what we're doing with the theme option here. And we'll do that in the next video.